What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend and is ready to conquer the week that is. Summer is in full swing, and happy 4th of July weekend, man. Whatever you guys are doing, stay safe, enjoy, drink responsibly, all that good stuff, and just have a damn good time. And speaking of the fourth, man, I just want to take this time out before we get started with this week's vlog to say a very, very happy birthday to my brother Gus. Love you, man. Enjoy. I got something coming for you. Man, enjoy your birthday, man. I love you. And thanks for always having my back. So, yeah, for today's vlog, we're going to talk about Money in the Bank, which went down this past Saturday afternoon in good old London, England, man. So for those of you who don't watch wrestling or don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, the UK, London specifically, has a very, very passionate fan base for professional wrestling, man. They are one of the hottest crowds anywhere in the world, and I'll put that up against anybody, whether it be anywhere in the United States or the backlash crowd from Puerto Rico. Damn, they are just rowdy and very, very passionate. And I can tell you, as a wrestler myself, man, that's what we feed off of. We feed off of the energy of the fans, and if they feel it, we feel it, and we're compelled to give our best performance for passionate fans. Anyway, man, yeah. So went down this past weekend, and we're gonna talk all about it. So here we go. First up, I don't remember the particular order of the matches, but first up was the men's Money in the Bank match, which featured Butch, formerly known as Pete Dunne, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and Ricochet. And man, it was a wild, wild opener, man. Just bodies everywhere, as is customary with Money in the Bank. And I believe, and I wouldn't be surprised if Logan Paul, fractured a bone in his face with that spot that he did with Ricochet, where they did a Spanish fly off through a table, man, and it was just insane. Logan Paul and Ricochet also did that famous Royal Rumble spot earlier this year, where they did a double crossbody in midair, and it just looked insane. It looked sick. Man, it was a hell of an opener. LA Knight is just super, super over with the fans, and I was rooting for LA Knight, but hell, I'm really happy for Damian Priest, who ended up becoming Mr. Money in the Bank, man. Hell, the guy deserves it, man. He's been putting in the work in WWE, and it's great to see him finally recognized for the amount of work that he's put in. So hats off to all of those men in the Money in the Bank match. Also, Shinsuke Nakamura was in that match. I neglected to mention him when I mentioned the participants, but no, you can't not mention Shinsuke Nakamura, man. One of my favorites to watch too. But yeah, hats off to all those men who were in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and they killed it along with their bodies. Yeah. So next up was the Intercontinental Championship. You had Gunther defending his Intercontinental Championship against Matt Riddle. It was a good match. Gunther is a very, very hard hitting wrestler, and Matt Riddle can hit just as hard. But in the end, Gunther triumphed and retained his Intercontinental Championship. But that wasn't the story of that match. The story of that match was the returning Drew McIntyre, who showed up after the match to confront Gunther. Drew hasn't been seen on WWE TV since WrestleMania. You know, he had a commitment with the Special Olympics that he had to fulfill, but there was also rumors swirling that he was leaving WWE due to his contract coming up, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Uh, so he will feud with Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship over on Raw, and that's gonna be real cool, man. Two big boys just hard hitting and just going at it, man. I love it. Next up, you had WWE Women's Tag Team Championships being defended. It was Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, real life best friends, going up against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And you know, so the story here was, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, of course, the dominant team running through the women's division, but Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez came to reclaim the women's tag team championships that they never lost. They had to relinquish them. Due to Liv Morgan getting a shoulder injury in a matchup against Damage Control. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez got the job done when in the middle of the match, Shayna Baszler turned on Ronda Rousey and choked her out, and left her to defend the championships alone against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And I know why you're asking this. If you're watching WWE TV, you're asking, why is it rushed and everything like that. But the true reason is that Ronda Rousey's contract is coming up, and they want her to feud with Shayna Baszler sooner rather than later. So they had to kind of rush everything to get. It wasn't like the normal thing where you can see the cracks coming and all of that. So they had to rush things, and that's why things went the way they went. So we should be getting a Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler match very soon. SummerSlam, if not sooner. Well, that remains to be seen when that happens. But next up was Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio. So that matchup was rumored to be closing the show, and apparently that rumor was just a rumor because it did not. Cody Rhodes defeated Dominic Mysterio. Great showing by Dominic, man. Dominic is getting better day by day, and he's getting massive heel heat out there. He's doing his job. Say what you want. Love him or hate him, the guy is doing his job, man. He's, like I said, pairing him with veterans like Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley in Judgment Day is certainly helping Dom improve, in ring and and such like that. So kudos to Dom, man. And Cody is continuing his way to climb back to the top, and hopefully challenge again for either the WWE World Championship on Raw or the WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship. And then so you had the women's Money in the Bank match next, which featured Zoe Stark, Becky Lynch, Zelina Vega, Bailey, and Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. This match was okay. The story going in here was Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Zoe Stark, resolving their beef and making sure that the other two don't win the match, and it was good. And also with Bailey and Io Sky, the cracks are coming there. There might be a feud sooner rather than later between those two, and hell, I'd love to see it. And Io Sky ended up becoming Miss Money in the Bank. Congratulations to her. She definitely deserves it. Uh, and in between and after that match, you had a very, very surprising return, man. John Cena made an appearance at Money in the Bank to promote, to cut a promo saying how, London has the most passionate fan base and they deserve a WrestleMania, and a subtle hint of WWE possibly bringing WrestleMania to London in the near future, which I would love to see, man. Because like I said in the beginning of this, London has a very, very passionate fan base, and if you watch Money in the Bank, you understood why they deserve a WrestleMania, because that crowd was just hot all night. Not a dull moment in the crowd, man. Just hot all night. Uh, so in between John Cena talking about why London needs a WrestleMania, Grayson Waller came out and said that WrestleMania should be in Australia rather than London, England, and got the cheap heat from the London crowd, and ended up attacking John Cena from behind, but then received an AA for his troubles, and that was the end of that segment. So yeah, and then oh shit, and then you had what else went on? The WWE World Heavyweight Championship was defended. Finn Balor looked to challenge Seth freaking Rollins for the WWE World Championship after a great back and forth match. Seth Rollins ended up getting the win, and Damian Priest, who became Mr. Money in the Bank earlier in the night, was out there to watch his Judgment Day teammate compete from ringside, and possibly there might be a feud between those two. It was certainly teased, but that remains to be seen what's going on there. And let's see what else is going on. And then in your main event, it was the Bloodline Civil War. It was Jimmy and Jay Uso, the Usos taking on Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Man, what a hell of a matchup that was, and it was so great. It was such a back and forth match. They went for like maybe 25 minutes, and in the end, the Usos ended up picking up the win when Jay Uso pinned Roman Reigns clean in the middle of the ring. Here's a little fun fact about that. Jay Uso was the first man to pin Roman Reigns when he came up as part of the Shield on the main roster in 2013, and what do you call it? Also, he was also the first man to pin Roman Reigns in three and a half years. Roman suffered his first pinfall loss since December of 2019. So yeah, and Jay Uso will most likely be challenging Roman for the WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. That would be a hell of a match, and if anybody's gonna take that title off of Roman, it should be Jay. Honestly, but yeah, that is gonna do it. Man, Money in the Bank was a great show, and definitely catch the replay if you're into wrestling, and if you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. But that's gonna do it for this episode of the Classic Chronicles, man. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.